Okay, we should be recording. So before I get this video started, let me tell you that you don't want to sell on eBay before you see what I'm about to show you because apparently I'm not the only one that's had this happen to them. And I understand this isn't my type of typical video that I do on the channel here, but I want to make you aware of this. So I apologize if I don't have this, beautifully edited. Um, I'm just doing what I can here. So let's go ahead and start screen sharing. Put me in the corner. All right, so right here is where we're going to start. So I sold my Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 on eBay. And this happened, I would say probably, I think early December is when I sold. It sold to somebody in Florida. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care if I show certain things or if I show the buyer's name. I want to make this a known issue, okay? And even then, eBay is treading on very thin ice. I'm really, really ready to delete my eBay account. So you can see this is where it. Okay, so here's how it started. I sold the device, and we'll have to go through some pictures here, some screenshots, and then we'll get to the chat transcripts as you see at the top of the screen, and then we'll get to my Better Business Bureau complaint and all that. So this will be a long video. I just want to let you know right now. Okay, so I sold this phone. Okay, so it's getting around the holidays. I needed extra money. Didn't really use the Z Flip 5 all that much. And I traded it in my Z Flip 4. So paid basically $100 for this phone. So, selling it for $600 was pretty much you know, a reason for me to sell it so I could have some extra holiday money, because most of the time the phone was just, sitting in my drawer, not being used. Okay, enough backstory. So what happened? Okay, so I sell the device. And actually, let me see if I can. Um, Let me put me back on screen because I want to see if I can show you a different screenshot of basically where this all began. Let me go here. Okay. Oh, that is okay. I thought I had a picture. Okay, here it is. All right, here's the screenshot. Let's go to here. And by the way, this has all been resolved. It might show some case numbers, stuff like that. I really don't care because I'm ready to delete my eBay account. So right here, we're gonna start, and let me go back here. So this is the seller. So if this seller ever buys from you, just cancel the order. Cancel the order, give them their money back, sell to somebody else. Because as far as I know, their account is still up, even though I reported them for fraud. So here's where they want to return the device. They show the box. They don't tell me anything but this. Doesn't work or defective is the reason they put. I have a problem with the phone and I want to ask you a question. Can you help me? And that's fine. I am a totally fair seller. I want whoever's buying my device to be fine with the device. So, you know, I would have helped them out. Maybe if something happened during shipping, I could have made a claim, could have gave them a partial refund. We could have worked it out. Now, here's the thing. And I'm going to have to bring me back into frame for a few of these because a few of these I don't want to show personal information. And then my mouse pointer is not working well with me. So I accepted the return. Okay, so let me go to the tracking here. Okay, this is some information I'm not going to exposed, but I will show you the updates, all right? So if I bring me back in, here's what happened. It came to my city. It bounced and went back um to the seller. As a matter of fact, I still have the recording, which I won't play because it might have some personal information in it, but I have a voicemail from the post office. I had them check it. They can, like, go in there and see, when the computer scans at the terminal or whatever, who it was addressed to. They put a fake address. There's no other explanation for it. Because if it couldn't be delivered to anyone, then why would it not be a fake address? That's the only reason they would put down no such number. Because they said it wasn't addressed to me, and it wasn't even addressed to my house when the seller returned it. Okay, so I don't get the item, and it's going back to the seller. Also, USPS is almost scamming me too, because they don't let you intercept a package that's being returned for this reason. Because I would have paid to intercept it, get my package, because I could have been out the money and the phone. Luckily, in the end, I was only out the phone. I got my money back. That's besides the point. So then this happens, as you can see, right before Christmas. So this is where things start to get interesting. If you skip around the video, I totally understand. You don't want to listen to all of it. But trust me, what I'm about to show you is where it gets really interesting. So let me go ahead and pull that screenshot up if I can find where my mouse is at here. Come on. What's going on here? Okay, there we go. All right, so they, refunded the seller. As you can see, I don't care. It doesn't really expose my information. I'll show it. So right here, you can see they were going to draw $600 out of my account on this date. Okay? Because even though I didn't get the return, I never laid hands on the return. It could have been nothing in that package. It could not have been the phone, but I never got it. And yet they still refunded the seller. Okay? Let me see. I think the next picture. All right, so I opened the case and I said, it's not fair to refund the seller because I never got the return. And if they had an issue, we could have worked it out. But I wanted to make sure I got the device returned and it was in the condition that I sent it out, which was, it was like a 3-month-old phone. So it was basically fine, except like kind of a deep scratch on the outside screen. And they took the side of the seller. I'm showing the case number, but I don't care. It says, after reviewing this case, we decided to keep the original outcome, blah, 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 and you can't grant an appeal. Typical mumbo jumbo. Okay. I mean, I understand having buyer protection, but this is getting out of hand. So, we show another photo to find out where I'm at here on photos. So this is the response they gave me. Oh, you're going to love this. This is going to just get the fire enraged in you. And I'm not the best at reading. I'm going to tell you right now. So you might do better reading it yourself. Here's what it says. from whoever this. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you right now, shit eBay rep. Okay, I've talked to so many shit eBay reps who just, to be honest with you, just suck in the company's dick. Okay, here's what they said. Hello, Tim. Thank you for exerting effort and taking your time to contact us about the item that is sold to the seller. I recognize that you have not received the item back and a refund was processed for the buyer. Then she tells who she is. Upon a careful review of the case details, I saw that there is a possibility that the package will be returned to the sender. Prior to this fact, though, there was an attempted delivery to your address. That is not true. They could not deliver it because the address didn't exist. Okay? One of the factors for of unsuccessful delivery of packages is that the provided address may be insufficient or incorrect. Here's the thing. Whoever you are, whoever told me this, okay, I'm sorry, there's just going to be language in this video. Fuck you. There is no way that my address is wrong because I am still buying stuff from eBay like a month ago as I'm recording this here on the 20th of February. And I still get packages delivered to my house. No issue. I didn't even get to choose the shipping label. eBay just took $12 out of my account for a return shipping label. I never saw what it looked like. I never sent it to the seller. Just $12 came out of my account to give them a shipping label. Oh, but this gets better. You ain't seen the second part of this screenshot. And this is where you need to pay attention. We consider delivery attempts as proof of delivery, so we'll be maintaining the original case decision. Check the tracking. I wasn't going to show it, but there it is. Whatever. Okay, watch this. This is just a big F you, this next screenshot. Since latest tracking event shows the item has not been returned to the sender, I highly advise that you contact the carrier and schedule a pickup or once the once return to sender is successful, you can contact your buyer to reship the item back to you. Two things you're wrong with. First of all, if the package is not addressed to me, I don't care if I have the tracking number. Most, if not any, USPS person will not let me get that package because it's not mine. It wasn't addressed to me. So I don't really have a say in it because according to them, it's not my package. Second thing, I should pull up eBay, come to think of this, and go to messages. The buyer can never contact me and don't care one bit. You know why? Because they have the item. They got their money back. They got a free phone out of me. So there is no way in hell that they are going to ship it back, even if it was damaged. You know, they have nothing to gain by giving it back to me because they got their money back. They got to keep the phone. Who cares? They could sell it for parts if it was bad. But you can read the rest. It's just saying F you. I'm not helping you. So let me go back to me because I want to go over here. Go to eBay because I want to show you something with eBay. I thought it showed where I responded to the seller. One of these screenshots, saying that I would help them, but perhaps I didn't take that. screenshot. Oh, okay. It was in the initial one where I showed the return saying that hold on. Let me just show you. Well, let me see. Let me figure out eBay first. Why am I here on eBay? I went to messages. I guess I clicked my garage. Sorry about that. I thought I heard one of my phones ringing. The page. Whew, this has been a while. It's going to take me a minute to find this. Page 5. What? Oh, okay. Maybe it was on page 4. I apologize for not being ready. I should have been ready. Well, I thought I had. Huh. Well, I thought I had messages that I was sent to the seller because after the return, I sent 2 more messages to the seller saying that, I would be happy to help them with their return. Anyway, let's keep going. I don't want you to have to sit here and listen to silence. This is just gonna be a long video. I'm just gonna tell you right now. All right, let's go to the transcript. I don't know why I have such a hard time saying that. Okay, let me share this. Okay, so I told the rep in this here that I still haven't got it resolved. I need my money back because I did not get my item. I'm not going to make you read all of this, and I'm not going to read all of this. I am going to highlight the important stuff. Here's what they said on this one, which I think was okay. This was 12:30, a day before New Year's Eve. This rep ended up being one of the best reps I talked to. Here's what they said, which is what we need to highlight. If we want to pause the video and read, like, here, and here, and then towards the end, that's up to you. I'm not going to. Here's what we need to pay attention to. The rep said, I have reported the buyer from my end, rest assured. I assure you that we will also closely monitor the activities from now onwards. If we found a strong pattern of continuous unreasonable behavior, take immediate action to suspend their account. Okay. This was one rep. They transferred me to another. And, they said that they will give it to whoever to get my refund processed. Okay. I thought I had more better transcripts, but I was having trouble finding some of the transcripts. So basically, this was where the ball got rolling. They were putting in to one of their refund specialists to get me refunded, which didn't necessarily happen. This one is just the one where they tell me that it will take 7 to 10 business days. 118 is still hadn't happened. I thought somewhere in between. Okay, somewhere in between. I can't find it, but they said that they will issue a manual refund. What is a manual refund? I have no idea. They said it will take 7 to 10 business days to get it done because this person that I was talking to, which I thought was here. but maybe not. But I had the transcript of um, just a random rep somewhere in between 12:30 and 1:18 um, who helped me out. I couldn't thank him enough. Who told me he was going to do a manual refund. He did. He put a high priority on it, even though it took basically 11 business days. But that's a little bit of a different story because on the end of business day 10, I still didn't have the refund. But then, like that Saturday, which technically isn't a business day to them, then I got the refund, I think. Something like that. Let me look at the calendar here, actually, because I remember the date, which I'll show you. Where it went to my account. January. Okay, so I got it the following Monday. I was supposed to get it the 19th, and then the 22nd it came in because the 19th was the 10th business day. Um, so I guess was the 5th that I got that 7 to 10 business days because they don't count weekends. So let me go. I thought I had it pulled up. Let me go ahead and show you the screenshot that I did get the money back after all this, but it took over a month and me talking to the right customer rep because other than that, we could still be. What I'm trying to say is, if I never got the money back, right now I could be telling you this issue and hadn't got my money back, and so I was out money and the phone. But in the end, I did get the money. I'm going to highly zoom in on this photo, and I don't want this preview. I get rid of this preview. I didn't want a slideshow. Why would I want a slideshow? Actually, let me go to this one. Okay, so let me go share my screen again. So finally, on the 22nd of January, almost 2 months after this, and talking to the right rep, I did get my refund. You can see here it was deposited into my account. Fine. But it's just the hassle of going through all this to get this refund was a nightmare. Here's the thing. I put in a Better Business Bureau complaint because, they need to have a fire lit under their ass, for better lack of terms, because it is ridiculous that I had to go through all this. So I explained in my complaint what happened. I added all the screenshots that you have seen, and they responded. Let me show you their response. Let me see if it's this one. Here is their response. And if you want to pause it and read it, you do that. I'll just go over some highlights. They said, I understand your frustration, blah, blah, blah. No, they don't. They're still taking the company's side. After reviewing your issue, it appears that the item you sold was returned by the buyer, and the refund was processed to the buyer by eBay. However, you did not receive the item, and the tracking information shows that it was being returned to the buyer. Therefore, you are concerned that you may lose both your item and your money. Wow, it's almost like I am concerned because somebody scammed me and I don't have that phone hooked up to a wireless provider when I sell it. So I can't blacklist the phone, which I would have done. Anyway, I got my money back, so I'm happy ish. Please note that it is not, excuse me, an uncommon practice for sellers to have deferring addresses for items they ship from and items being returned. If you go to my profile, my return address and my shipping address are exactly the same. I have not changed it. I did not see your shipping label that I had to pay $12 to get just for the item to go back to the seller. Because of this, because of this, it is the responsibility of the seller to ensure their address preferences are up to date. While we are unable to grant your appeal, I am happy to provide you with the steps, blah, blah, blah. They're basically saying, and I'm sorry to swear again, but they're basically saying, fuck you. This is your problem, not mine. No, this is your problem because you're letting somebody come on here, buy an item. Basically, what eBay is telling me and you and everybody else is that you can buy an item from eBay. Don't matter how much it costs. You can buy it. Say it's damaged. Sorry about the voice crack. Say it's damaged. Don't even show or whatever. Just make up some BS for the return. Pretend to return it. Put a fake address on it. Let it go to the city until USPS is smart enough to realize that that address don't exist when it's traveled, 1,000+ miles. And then get the item back, keep the money, and the seller's just supposed to be okay with that. So basically, eBay is telling you, go ahead and go scam a seller. That's basically what they're saying. What else would they say? Okay? But I rejected their response, which I should, because I told them that I talked to a rep that was going to give me my money back. And I told them that this is clearly a scam and that they are taking the side of scamming. So they're basically saying scamming is okay. Pause it and read it if you want. Now, I haven't messed with this since, they ended up closing it because, I didn't do nothing with it. So it won't show on the profile, which I think it should, because I don't care if I rejected it or not. Like, I pulled up their complaints, okay, and before I scroll up and show you that my response isn't there, this one from 5.2 basically had a similar issue where they did basically what they did to me. So whoever this person is, I totally understand you. The same thing happened to me. So it's not like a one-off case. This is something that seems like it's happening more and more. But you can see the last one was 12.9 for some brakes and rotors. I didn't order no brakes and rotors. So my complaint doesn't show on the BBP's website, which I think is BS, and I think they're also in on this. But that's besides the point. So basically, that's all the stuff I have to show. What I will say is that if you ever, and I mean ever, sell on eBay and they want to return something and it looks like how mine was, I guarantee they will do the same thing. Pretend to return it. Get the package back to them. eBay will automatically refund them. What world is that not scamming? And to make even matters worse, eBay is taking the side of the seller. So it's basically saying, fine, scam if you want. You tell me if you think any different, because I don't see it any other way. As far as I'm concerned, they are telling you scamming is fine, because this is pretty much the textbook definition of scam. If they would have given me my money back because I did not receive my item, none of this would have happened. None of these reps would have had to put up with me. I wouldn't even be recording this right now. But make sure if you sell on eBay that you be aware of this issue. Excuse me, because this seems to be not, just one thing that randomly happened. Now, I can't say for sure if the seller still has their account because I I was looking through my eBay messages and I could not find the messages that I sent to the seller that said, you know, basically, what's wrong? Can we work this out? Um, so maybe their account did get taken down, or maybe they deleted it, but it doesn't matter. They can just make a new account. Should they could just ship it to a PO box and do the same thing? So I don't care if one person watches this video or a million people watch this video. I want you to know about this issue because I don't even want to sell one. I don't even want to have an eBay account anymore, to be honest with you. I still do have my eBay account at the time of recording, but I am really just ready to close my eBay account. I don't care if I've had it for almost 10 years. I, this left me with a bad taste, okay? Thankfully, eBay did slightly redeem themselves after a recent purchase I've made, where the seller was saying that when I returned the item, Face ID on the phone never worked, even though it didn't work from the moment that I got it. eBay sided with me on that to get the rest of my money back for that return. So that's a whole different story, but eBay's a little bit on the redemption. I will tell you, I'm never in my life selling another item on eBay. I haven't sold on Macari in a long time, but I would say probably the same thing's going down on Macari, but I can't attest to that because I haven't been on Macari since like literally 2022. So thank you guys for watching this really long video. Sorry, didn't mean to make it so long and not be super prepared, but just beware of this because I guarantee it will happen to you. This might not be a big issue if you're a big seller, because you could just take the loss on one item. But if you're a small seller like me, you know, this really was a low blow. And I could be talking to you right now and still be out my item and my money. So, whoever that rep was who did the manual refund, thank you. I really mean it. Thank you because, you know, I was just ready to admit defeat. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. And this is my first video I'm recording since I got to 1,000 subscribers. So, of course, thank you guys very much for 1,000 subscribers. I have plenty more great content on the way. So, I will see you guys, as always, in the next video.